A hospital parking camera captured something you need to see. This footage was recorded weeks ago, but you're only discovering it now. Someone you know appears in this recording. They were alone in that parking lot late at night. What they did there will change everything you thought you knew. This is not random security footage. Archangel Michael has brought this to your attention for a very important reason. The person in this video was thinking of you in that exact moment. Their actions that night carry a message meant only for you. What the camera captured holds answers you've been searching for. This footage was recorded on a night you may remember feeling strange. A night when you couldn't sleep. When something felt different in the air around you. The hospital security camera shouldn't have been recording at that angle. The lens was pointed in the wrong direction for months. But that night, it captured exactly what needed to be seen. Archangel Michael guided this recording to happen. He made sure every detail was preserved for you to witness now. The timestamp shows it was past midnight. The parking lot was empty except for this one person. The camera captured them with unusual clarity despite the darkness. You've been having dreams about this person lately. Feelings that won't leave you alone. These are signs that what happened in that parking lot is trying to reach your awareness. The time has come for you to understand what took place there. What this footage reveals matters more than you realize. The person in this recording made their final visit to that hospital that night. They never returned to that parking lot again. Hidden in their movements is a message they left for you. Something they needed you to know but couldn't tell you directly. The camera became their way of speaking to you across time. Archangel Michael preserved this recording when it should have been deleted. Hospital systems automatically erase footage after 2 weeks. But this file remained untouched, protected by divine intervention. The spiritual energy in that parking lot was strongest that night. The veil between worlds was thin. What happened there created an imprint that still exists today. Time is running out to understand what the footage shows. The message grows weaker as days pass. You must see what they were trying to tell you before the connection fades completely. This moment was meant for you. Like this video now to unlock the spiritual vision needed to understand this footage. Archangel Michael says this person came to the hospital that night because they received serious news. Test results that changed everything. A diagnosis that told them their time was limited. They knew they were facing the end. The doctors had given them the truth earlier that day. But they didn't go home after leaving the hospital. Instead, they returned to that parking lot hours later. The footage shows them carrying something in their hands. Something small but important. They held it carefully, protecting it as they walked. This object was meant for you. They brought it there hoping to find the courage to give it to you. You can see the weight of emotion in how they moved. Slow steps, head down, shoulders carrying an invisible burden. They chose that specific time because they needed to be alone, to think, to decide. The camera captures them looking around as if searching for something they couldn't see. They were looking for a sign, for guidance about what to do next. They stood in one particular spot for nearly 20 minutes, just standing there. The footage shows them barely moving. In that moment, every thought in their mind was focused on you. Archangel Michael was present in that parking lot, though invisible to human eyes. His energy surrounded this person as they struggled with their decision. He witnessed the prayer they whispered into the night air. This moment holds answers to questions that have troubled you. Why certain things happened the way they did. Why words were never spoken. Why you felt something was left unfinished between you. Type Amen in the comments to open your spiritual understanding of what happened that night. Archangel Michael says if you look closely at the footage, you can see specific details that reveal the truth. At one point, this person looked directly at the camera. Their face is clear in that moment. The expression they wore tells a story of pain and love mixed together. Regret and hope, fear and determination, all of it visible in their eyes for just a few seconds. In their hands, the object they carried reflects a small amount of light. The camera angle catches it perfectly. This was no accident. Divine timing made sure you would be able to see what they held. Around their body, there appears to be an unusual glow in the footage. Technical experts would call it a camera malfunction, but Archangel Michael knows it was spiritual energy made visible. The light of their soul burning brighter as they made their decision. What makes this footage impossible is that 5 other cameras cover that parking lot. None of them recorded anything that night. Their files show empty parking spaces. Only this one camera, the one pointing the wrong direction, captured the truth. Before leaving the frame, they placed something down. The footage shows them bending slowly, setting the object on the ground in a specific spot. They touched the pavement gently, almost like a blessing. The timestamp reads 2:47 a.m. The numbers 247 add up to 13, a number of transformation and ending cycles. The date itself matches a significant moment in your past that you may have forgotten. It was raining lightly that night. You might remember because you couldn't sleep. You stood at your window watching the rain. At the exact same time this person stood in that parking lot thinking of you. The audio on the footage captured something that shouldn't be there. A whisper. Your name spoken into the darkness. If you wish to strengthen your spiritual vision and see the deeper meaning in this footage, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each offering amplifies the divine light that helps reveal hidden truths that ordinary eyes cannot perceive. The camera is about to reveal more. Type 777 to unlock the next layer of truth. Archangel Michael says after leaving the camera's view, this person walked toward the hospital entrance. But they didn't go inside. The footage from the door camera shows them stopping just before the automatic doors. Standing there, then turning away. They had gone inside earlier that day. That's when they received the news. The doctor had called them in to discuss results. The conversation lasted less than 15 minutes but changed their entire future. Standing in that parking lot hours later, they made a decision. A choice that affected everything that came after. They decided not to burden you with the truth. Not to share the weight of what they were facing. In the silence of that empty lot, they spoke a prayer asking for strength. For courage to carry this alone. Archangel Michael heard every word. He saw the tears they fought to hold back. They had been thinking about you all day, wondering if they should call you, if they should tell you what the doctors said. The object they carried was meant to be given to you along with the truth. But fear stopped them. Fear of how you would react. Fear of becoming a burden. Fear of watching your face change when you learned what was coming. So they made a promise standing there. A promise to protect you from the pain. They touched the spot where they placed the object, speaking words of blessing over it. Words meant for you to receive someday. The exact time shown on the footage, 2:47 a.m., marked the moment their path shifted. The timestamp itself became part of the message, a number you would see repeated in the days to come. Type 333 to receive the divine revelation Archangel Michael wants you to understand now. Archangel Michael says what this person carried in their hands was a letter, pages folded carefully, held close to their heart as they walked. Every word written specifically for you. The letter explained everything. The diagnosis, the prognosis, the limited time they had left. But it also contained things they'd never said out loud. Feelings they'd carried for years. Truths they'd been too afraid to share when there seemed to be endless time ahead. They brought this letter to the hospital that night planning to leave it for you somehow. To find a way to make sure you received it. That was their original intention when they returned to that parking lot. But something changed their mind. A phone call came through just as they stood there deciding. You can see in the footage the moment they pulled out their phone. The way their body language shifted as they read the message on the screen. The message made them reconsider everything. Made them question whether giving you the letter was the right choice. Their body shows the conflict. One hand holding the letter, the other holding the phone. Standing frozen between two different futures. In that moment, they made the choice to keep the truth to themselves. The letter was never delivered. Instead, they found a different spot in that parking lot. A place with meaning only you would understand if you knew where to look. That's where they left something. Not the letter itself, but a marker. A sign pointing to where the truth is hidden. The camera captured the exact location. Archangel Michael made sure of it. If you wish to honor the sacred message hidden in this footage, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each offering strengthens your connection to the divine guidance, showing you what you need to see and understand about that night. Type $9.99 now to receive the full truth Archangel Michael is revealing through this footage. Archangel Michael says in the days following that night, this person tried 3 times to return to that parking lot. Their health was declining rapidly. Each attempt to go back became harder than the last. They wanted to retrieve what they'd left there, to change their mind about the decision they'd made. But circumstances prevented them every time. Medical appointments, sudden weakness, unexpected complications that kept them away. The regret grew heavier with each passing day. They thought about that parking lot constantly, about the object they'd placed so carefully, about whether you would ever find it, whether you would ever know what they couldn't say. Their final words to someone close to the mention that night. They said there was something in a parking lot that mattered, something left behind that needed to be found. But they were too weak by then to explain clearly. The message stayed incomplete. The business tied to that location calls to you even now. There's something unfinished waiting to be resolved. Archangel Michael has preserved their intention through all this time. The energy still present in that specific spot is real. Some people who park there feel unexplained sadness, a heaviness they can't explain. They move their cars without knowing why. The space remains touched by what happened that night. Others have reported seeing a figure standing in that area late at night. Security guards have mentioned it, but when they check the cameras, nothing appears. Nothing except that one recording from weeks ago that refuses to be deleted. This footage connects directly to challenges you're facing now. Questions about the past that won't let you rest. The guidance you need is hidden in understanding what the camera captured. Archangel Michael says the message visible in their actions follows a specific pattern. If you trace where they walked in the footage, their path creates a shape. They didn't wander randomly through that parking lot. Their footsteps moved in a deliberate design. 3 steps forward, 2 steps to the left, then a pause. This pattern repeated until they reached the spot where they stood the longest. The spiritual meaning of their movement path forms a protective symbol, an ancient pattern of blessing and safekeeping. They were creating sacred space without even realizing it, guided by divine intention flowing through them. The exact spot where they stopped and stood for 20 minutes holds significance. Beneath that location, underground utility lines cross. Power lines and water pipes intersecting directly below. This creates an energy point where the spiritual realm connects more easily with the physical world. They left coordinates in their own way. The parking space number where they finally placed the object. The raw letter. The section of the lot. All of it forms a code. The timestamp 247 becomes part of decoding the message. Add those numbers to the parking space details and a pattern emerges. A pattern that matches your birth date or an anniversary date you share with this person. The moon that night was in its waning phase, a time of release and letting go. The astrological timing supported their decision to leave the burden behind rather than carry it forward. In their gestures visible on camera, you can see them touch their heart, then extend their hand toward where you live. A prayer spoken through movement, a blessing sent across distance. Type Amen now to receive the complete understanding of what this footage means and how it guides your path forward. Archangel Michael says the footage has revealed its secrets to you now. What was hidden in those camera frames has become clear to your spiritual eyes. You understand now what happened that night, why this person stood alone in that parking lot, what they carried, what they decided, what they left behind for you to eventually discover. This knowledge brings them peace in the spiritual realm. Their soul has been waiting for you to receive this message. Now that you know, they can release the weight they've carried even beyond this life. The connection between you is complete. The circle has closed. What was left unfinished has found its resolution through divine timing and Archangel Michael's guidance. Type Amen to seal this revelation and honor the message delivered through this sacred footage.